I don't have anything else. We'll get this thing started.
Yes, yes.
Any objections? I see none. Okay. So, last session of Terranor. Terror.
Recording?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just asking if we were recording yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, in the last session, you all had managed to finally kill off the Tyrannosaurus, even with a small earthquake that happened. Nobody got killed,
Surprisingly.
surprisingly. Elena poofed
all
out.
odds.
Yeah, against all odds. Elena poofed out and came back as a younger version of herself.
Yes, slamming into me while I was flying.
I said I'm sorry.
And then for some reason called Cheek Daddy.
Right.
I still love that one.
Um,
I'm
Let's
still
see
trying to
here.
figure out why.
Stock value. How about that?
That's it.
Let's see. You managed to field strip and come up with about 500 pounds worth of meat from this Tyrannosaurus, one skull, and a few other bones,
Couple ribs, a pelvis.
making yet another rickety sled out of the bones to haul this meat. Attempted to find the little lemur creatures to communicate with them and set up diplomatic relations, failing on that job. And finally managed to set up camp right at the tar pit where we are. Wait, see if I remember how to ping. There we go. Where a good many players have put their tokens on Roll20. And we will start. It is nighttime. Some of you already bed down. The first shift is going through, doing what they see or normally do. At about 2 hours after sunset, you notice small little lizard creatures about a foot and a half, 2 feet high, walking on two legs, start coming out of the jungle to the south, grabbing pieces of meat that have been cooked or in some cases not cooked, and running back into the jungle with them. Occasionally, one will run through where the rest of the party is sleeping, but they don't seem to be interested in y'all. First shift guards, what are y'all doing?
Guarding. Nothing much, just keeping watch.
Well, since I would be right by the cook racks, I'm probably going to find a rock or something to throw at them.
Okay. As you toss this rock, these little miniature carnivores scatter for a minute and then go right back to raiding the meat, paying you no mind whatsoever.
Just imagine little velociraptors just.
Oh, you talking about like the compies?
I guess so.
Yes.
Hate those little things.
Is anybody else on first watch going to do anything?
I'm on second watch, so.
Kind of kind of tapped out last session. Which watch did I get put on?
I
I
can't
think it was
remember.
third watch.
Third. Okay.
So, I believe so. I don't quite remember what the watches were. I did not.
Yeah, it was either second or third for Chance. I think it was second though.
Yeah, Chance was
Me
second.
and Snake on first.
And then I think it was Ixon on second watch with him, or
Yep. Ixon and Chance on second, and River and Archek on third, if I remember correctly.
Is this the new Who's on First bit?
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So good. But yeah, Alea's just gonna like sit down with her back to the tree and not move during the entire shift. Just keep an eye out.
And let these little dinosaurs run up, steal meat.
Gonna keep an eye on them as long as they're at least relatively harmless. We have a lot of meat.
How big are they?
Oh, a foot and a half, 2 feet high, from head to ground.
And are they kind of just like running off into the jungle with the meat, or are they kind of like stopping and eating?
No, they're grabbing the meat and running off into the jungle.
Uh,
Yes, bonfire cheek.
I was weighing that option. I've got a few plans working in my head. Give me a sec.
I got a lot of meat. I'm just gonna burn down the forest so they'll stop stealing it.
How close are they to where Sheik is sleeping?
Three of them are perched right on top of him.
Snuggled up in the mane.
Nick is currently on guard duty right now, so he's not asleep.
That's right, Sheik is on guard.
Does he ever actually sleep, or does he just sit there and stare at everyone?
He
He
broods.
doesn't sit there and stare at anyone, but he doesn't need to sleep since he's sort of kind of dead.
He's only mostly dead. The big difference
Mostly dead is
mostly dead.
still partially alive. But no, Sheik has no need to sleep, so he really doesn't.
He just
You know
sits
what?
there and stares creepily at everyone.
More or less. Like a cat, if you've ever seen a cat, like just with just a little bit of light bouncing off its eyes.
You mean standing on your chest and then staring at you in the middle of the fucking night?
Yeah. Throwing up on your blanket.
No, none of us know anything about that.
We are less than 10 minutes in, folks.
Never too early for this.
Elena is going to attempt to win the meme contest tonight.
Always.
You know what? I have not pulled out my musical Great Club in a while, so I'm gonna pull that out. And the first one that I get in reach of, I'm just gonna freaking like golf swing the little bugger right back into the jungle.
Okay, roll an
With
attack
it.
roll then.
Um, 17.
17 does it.
for 1 damage.
Okay, so you take a nice golfer's stance and swing and connect with one and send him rolling across the floor of the jungle, or across the floor of the area that you're in, which is pretty much hard ground, back into the jungle.
With a very audible Taco Bell ding.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I know
And
what
a
you
very
put on that
loud
weapon.
and a very loud 4. There we go.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this is one, and you've still got several more coming after the meat.
Okay, I assume they're all coming from a common direction, or is it just from...
Yeah, the common direction being south.
Okay, well, I am going to stand on the south side of the fire pit and the meat rack, and I'm just gonna freaking just be pendulating my great club back and forth as they get in range.
Okay.
1 little, 2
That works
little,
for
3
me.
little dinosaurs.
The rest of the shift goes on pretty much the same. Baylor occasionally does manage to knock one back into the woods. But they're coming from the south. And from the south, we mean the southeast, the southwest, and directly south. Paying no attention to him, they do not care. They're just grabbing the meat and going off. Second shift comes up. Baylor is still swinging his club, trying to keep the meat-hungry dinosaurs away. Elena, for some reason, is still awake. Anything you two want to particularly do, Ixum and Champs?
Baylor, what the heck's going on?
Little bastards keep stealing our horde.
Did we get it? Did we get the benefits of a long rest, or
You'll get the benefits of the long rest as the night finishes.
okay? Then never mind. Chance is just going to kind of look over. And do you think they're going to take it all? Do you think... Have you ever stopped to think about the fact that we have more than we could ever need?
Well, that is a good question. What are we going to do with all this?
Whatever we want with it.
And given the fact that we are currently, and he's going to kind of look around, miles from the village, we are not going to be able to take it with us without it going bad.
That's why I am smoking it.
Fine. Chance is going to kind of walk over to the going to kind of walk over and as one, every once in a while, as one comes up, he'll occasionally just start shooting ray of frost at one to either hit it or hopefully deter it.
Okay. Ixum, you gonna add to this let's defend the meat, or
Yeah, just every so often, I guess, use my tail and just knock one back where it came from.
no, okay.
Since I don't really have any clubs or anything, I'm not trying to
Gotcha.
kill them yet.
Yet.
Hey, y'all call me a murder hobo, so get over it.
You killed my Tyrannosaurus.
Gladly.
It is next
It
week.
ate my bird.
Hey.
Yeah.
Vengeance is mine.
Well, the three of you working together halfway through the shift have managed to kill about 12 of these little puppies, for lack of a better term. And eventually they stop coming, in mass. The rest of the shift goes pretty much nice and easy. Third shift comes on. You still have one or two of these things coming out of the jungle every now and then to grab a little bit of meat and run back off.
Who's on third?
You and River.
Who's on first?
I don't know who's on third.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll just ask, okay, anything go on so far?
Other than the little critters here constantly coming and taking meat, nothing to really complain about.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What?
I'm gonna
Those
go
little
back to
dudes?
bed then. Have fun with them.
Will
Okay.
do.
Those little
Well,
dudes?
if all they're doing is taking some of the meat, I mean, it seems like we've got a lot. So I'm just gonna kind of, if I see some of them, I'm guessing I'll be seeing some of them coming up, so I'll see the directions. So I'll just kind of take a seat towards the southern side, not too far from the fire, and I'll just kind of observe. I won't really get in the way. I'll just observe how much, what they're doing, how much they're taking, and um, kind of a thing of just watching for anything that might be some kind of aggressive action.
Artek's gonna look over to Chance Erickson before they go to sleep. But those little dudes? You actually see
There was a lot of them before you guys woke up.
Oh. Well, I mean, we do have, like, a whole mountain of meat. He'll, like, gesture right to it. I mean, don't see any reason why we can't lose just a few little scraps. And then Artek's going to cast light on his blade, so that basically just becomes, like, a mini torch. And then...
I wasn't going to argue with Baylor anymore.
Well, he's sound asleep over there. So, I don't have to worry about it. And Artek's going to go over, take like a smaller chunk of meat, and go a little bit more past into the clearing with the piece of meat, and stick his glaive down, sit down cross-legged, and just like hold out the piece of meat.
Okay. So as you do that, you eventually one of these little companies comes up, just kind of tilts its head, looks at you before grabbing the meat out of your hands and attempting to run off with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you'll just let him.
Chance, as these two are kind of getting settled in, he would kind of, before heading to sleep, he would kind of head over to River. Are you okay? I know that was a bit stressful earlier with all the with the T-Rex. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I've managed to stay out of harm's way, so I'm doing all right. I appreciate you asking. I think you took more of a beating than I did. Are you all right?
He'd chuckle a little bit. I've been through worse. That more of bruises than anything. But just if anything happens like that again, just stick next to me. I'll watch your back.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
And then he'll kind of nod and walk off, and then head to bed.
They're actually starting to like me, and he'll like take a little bit more and chop it up into like smaller pieces, and then go back to sitting and just try and like literally just like small little bites. And that'll be
How
his.
Hey,
small?
DM, I have a question for the DM.
I have an
Does
answer
Lex
for the
feel
player.
does Lex feel whole again, or does he still feel like something's missing?
He still feels like something's missing.
Oh,
He's not going to use the whole damn thing.
Okay, so Artec,
Yes.
how big of pieces are you giving or attempting this with?
Like, I don't know, at least like half a palm or something like that. Like literally just trying to like, you know, see if they'll like just take you like a piece at a time or something like that. Literally train them to come back to him.
Okay,
Or
so I mean
train.
you're using a basically a nice slip of meat rather than like a small chunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say a small chunk, Baylor, or not Baylor, Archek, roll a dexterity check to make sure you still have all your fingers.
15.
And you still got all your fingers.
Awesome.
9
All
out of
right,
10 are
as the
better.
night goes on, as the night goes on, um, Archek, you manage to feed these little creatures when they come up. River, at some point, you do kind of get up from where you're sitting and move around a little bit and notice that Elena is still awake. Just sitting quietly over where she is, watching everything.
Is she still in her child form?
Yeah.
Yes, for right now. But as you
Okay.
walk closer to her, she does vamp out.
Oh, great.
Well, damn it, she's gone again.
I thought you were going to turn off your camera. That'd be funny as shit.
There we go. You hear the vamp. Unfortunately, due to the proximity of the tar and the sulfur, it's kind of overpowering the smell of the brimstone. The rest of the shift goes on pretty much uneventful. Every now and then, a small little dino will bypass our attack, grab the meat straight off the cart, and run back into the jungle with it. As light comes up, you all have had your long rest, and the cart looks about 50 pounds lighter on the meat.
He hasn't been going that well, throughout the night, I suppose. Yeah.
It's throughout
So
the
how
night.
much? So how much would that leave?
450 pounds.
450 pounds.
Plenty.
Okay, and so
Plenty,
is
unless your
that
name is Baylor.
um is that a combination of raw and cooked?
Might also be partially because
Yes.
of the skull and everything else that's on the cart.
Yes, that is total. That's total.
Okay.
So as the sun comes up, y'all get your long rest in. Break out for their breakfast. Elena comes bamping back in. Pretty much exactly where she was, but now she's normal Elena.
I think I finally got some of them to like me. Bluey, Greeny, and then Scaly Junior over there. Scaly Junior is still trying to learn. I'm still trying to get him to come to my hand instead of the cart, but he's actually still improving.
DM, would Sheik recognize these creatures?
Give me a history check.
Oh dear. Okay, it's 18 on the roll. I don't know. Get my character sheet up here.
Intelligent mod.
19 total.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much know these creatures as little bitty compies. Pretty much harmless.
You know those carry rabies, right?
Yes, I do.
He's saying that to Artak.
It's fine. I just gave him a little bit of the meat. It's fine.
How much of the meat did you touch?
I mean, I gave it to them. It's not like I took it from them.
No one eat the meat. Artak has rabies.
I mean, I'm sure if we cook it, it'll be fine.
Has he started
willing to
foaming
take
at the
that
mouth
risk?
yet?
Looks over. He's just.
Oh no, water.
I hope we don't have to go old Yeller on him.
Oh, God. I feel totally fine, dudes.
That's what they all say.
I mean, if she thinks that the whole thing is bad, then I don't know. What do we do with all this?
Does she need to make a deception check at this point?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Oh, wow.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no, he's only got a +1 for deception. That's gonna be a 12.
All right.
Sorry, Lex believes him because I rolled an insight 1.
Yeah. Lex at that point would believe Sheik if he said the sky was green and the grass was blue.
Very much.
You want me to roll an insight too, or just?
And for anyone who wants to challenge him, roll an insight.
17.
Chance you don't believe him.
With my -1, it's a 2.
Can she tell that Chance has caught on to it?
Roll an
Uh,
insight.
Just for the funniness, I'm gonna say yes.
All right.
Chance
Sheik's gonna
would give you just like a kind of a sly little wink. And
Sheik's gonna reply with a wink of his own.
I mean, do we just burn it all? Suppose we could. I don't know.
I want to roll inside too.
just,
Well, you're already infected, so you can
So
eat as much
burning
as you like.
yeah, so burning it would do no good.
Well, I would say that, I mean, if we're not going to take it with us, if we're not going to eat it, we just leave it here. I mean, there's no reason to, no reason to do anything with it.
We can leave the rickety sled too.
I don't think that short dude's going to appreciate that, given that I'm pretty sure he wants to do something with the bones.
Oh, in the skin, the hide.
Yeah. Sure.
River, you would know with your role that Sheik is pulling y'all's legs. Ixum, you believe him, but you kind of caught believing him with your role.
I mean, short dude.
Baylor, you gonna challenge any of this?
Did we lose Baylor?
Oh, no, he's rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it now.
He lives.
Does he believe it too? And what is his response?
All right. So let's see if Baylor is gonna actually believe it.
Believe.
Give me a second to pull up Baylor's sheet. And I will just do it over here. Yeah, Baylor believes him also. with the roll of a 5 over on roll 20.
Master of Deception. With a 12.
So you got most of the party believing the meat is now contaminated. So Baylor's just basically no, hey, no. It was a good kill. We had meat forever.
Well, your friend here may have contaminated it. If you want to keep it, we'll need a test dummy.
And
I was just feeding the little dudes. They were already taking it.
it's not exactly Well, it is there's a chance you could save it. It's just I don't have the means to do so, and do we know if fire would completely be rid of it? We don't know.
I mean, if someone tried it and did get poisoned, I could kill them.
Are you
If you feel like
volunteering
going.
yourself, Alea?
Why not?
I didn't think that would work.
We're believing the both of you now.
Yeah. But then aren't you the one who has to heal the person? So shouldn't it be somebody else?
Be fine. It won't kill me immediately. At least not according to them.
I mean, I can give it a go since they seem to think that I'm the one who
But
poisoned.
you're already infected.
And this Baylor's just gonna grab a piece of the cooked meat and start chewing down on it. It's like, in my meat, I might die, but I'll die with my meat.
And now
And
we
with
wait.
that, while we wait for Baylor to possibly die of rabies, Artek,
Yo,
I need a wisdom saving throw from you, sir.
boy, I'm good at those. My -1. Oh,
And
good.
I also need a.
It's an improvement from a 2 to a 3.
Okay, and we also need a wisdom saving throw from Baylor.
But good to be Constitution.
Oh yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! 3s all around. 3s all around. Oh, you chose a great time to come back. We both rolled 3s.
You both think.
What are we rolling for?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throws, and I am you in a minute with what you're gonna have to suffer with.
Oh, somebody's got the screens.
I saved the gift just for this.
Yes.
Dysentery.
Yeah.
The fact that we both fucking rolled the same fucking number. Oh, I love Dungeons and Dragons so much.
Same.
You died on the Tenerife trail of dysentery 3 weeks in.
Interesting. Okay.
Funny enough, I've never made it to Oregon in that game.
Is
I
it
never
even
made Oregon
possible?
either in that game, but I had a lot of meat.
Well, shit.
All right, Valor and Archek, what you failed at has been sent to you.
Sounds good.
Okay, yep, I saved this for just such a moment.
Oh, boy. Oh, we need to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right, so as the party finishes up breakfast and Baylor does not show any sign of, poisoning yet,
How do you feel?
Would you
How
all
do you
like
feel,
to
Short
do?
Dude?
What?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I'm good.
See? Nothing's bad happening to either of us.
You think that a disease just manifests the second you eat something?
I mean, some of them do. Have you ever had like a really really like eating something really bad and then all of a sudden your body just bleh?
Well, I'm no
Clearly.
expert. I'm no expert, but I don't think like rabies works that way.
And clearly you haven't seen the sick bay back at the tomb.
Why do you call your sick bay the tomb?
Oh, we don't call the sick bay the tomb. That's what my kind calls the our headquarters.
Still quite morbid.
Could be worse.
Not a great medical staff.
The sick bay we call the mortuary.
Again,
It's in point.
I think you guys need new marketing.
Or better medical staff, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, our medical staff is great. Don't worry. The thing is it's more that it's more of the turning that has given the sick bay that name. But we don't worry about that now. And he's just going to perk up a little bit and walk off.
Lex is going to start to follow, still looking kind of mopey.
But as you roll up your bedroll, you do discover a small scroll has been placed underneath it.
He
It wasn't there
looks at
last
the
night.
house.
It's simple. I mean, just find familiar.
Okay.
Bottom it does. At the bottom it does have a stylized raven's head on it.
Okay, so he then stops rolling up his thing and starts doing what he needs to do with the scroll.
So I mean, basically, I mean, this is just a regular scroll. Take you, let's see, about an hour to cast it.
Yep. He's oblivious to everything else. He just flops down on his bedroll that he started to roll up and does the thing.
River's gonna look over at him and kind of see that he's preoccupied and kind of look at everybody else's. I'm guessing everybody else is awake and kind of go, does anybody know what he's doing?
Do we?
That's
It's
a
up to
good
y'all.
question. From what I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, could be doing some light reading, could be learning new uh could be touching up magic, could be doing anything. I mean,
Larry's gonna try to read it over his shoulder.
Why are we concerned with it? This isn't even the weirdest thing we've seen this morning.
Curiosity.
No, I was just wondering if you know, I don't know how long this is going to take, so do we just sit and wait?
Well,
Atlanta, looking over his shoulder, you can't make out exactly what he's doing. It does look like some type of spell.
I mean, I think we have the time to wait for a little while. I don't exactly think that we can wait for an extreme amount of time, but a few minutes wouldn't hurt.
Make sure the rest of camp is ready to go in the meantime.
Okay, that's fine with me. And she's just going to kind of sit down and lean up against a tree and just kind of, oh, I guess she's already eaten her rations for that morning because with the thing with the meat, she's not going to touch the meat. Just kind of sit there and observe the surroundings to see if there's anything interesting.
To the south, you got jungle to you, and to the north, you got a tar pit.
For some reason, whenever you said River was just gonna go next to a tree, I thought it was just gonna like start like the whole cat stretch of just like go against it, just stretch. I don't know why that's just.
Well, I was thinking about, okay, she sits down, pulls out a file, and starts sharpening her claws.
Fair enough.
She's gonna go ahead and do his prayers to get his spells and shit for the day.
Alright. Lex,
Oh,
check
Death
your
Mommy,
DMs,
in your
please.
name we pray.
Lex, check your
Amen.
DMs.
Yeah. Yeah. Get over there.
Thank you, Chance, for laughing and catching it.
But yeah, Chance would probably like finish up. He'd finish rolling up his bedroll, and then he'd kind of find a stump to or like a log to sit on, and he'd pull out one of his he'd pull out his dagger and just kind of start like casually just whittling away at a chunk of wood or like no he'd form a little block of ice like with his ray of frost in his hand and then just start kind of like shaving away at it just to kill time.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything during this time?
I'm sitting over by the skull, kind of whittling a carving into it.
Okay.
Artek's gonna have the board like fully out, and then just kind of have it on the ground and just lying there, just staring up at the sky.
Ixom's just sharpening his weapons.
Yeah, Lee's also just gonna sharpen his weapons.
Yep, I knew you were gonna be
Alright.
maybe
And
something.
on that, let's go ahead and take a halfway break for about 10 minutes. And we will get back with what we're going to do.
Awesome.
I
The
have
only
made a
person
grave
waiting on his
mistake.
cheek. Uh-oh.
I put a super
What's your
chili
mistake?
in this. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have just stuck to Quincy's recipe. Well,
Yeah, the only
but it's too
only
good
ba-
to stop eating.
only bad thing about this chance is we can't see the smoke coming out your ears because you got your headphones on.
I'll be okay.
He's just dying.
Make a con save for me.
By that look alone, I think he failed.
Yeah, I think you did.
Sheik, you back yet? Baylor, you back?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, so let's get this thing started back. Um. Okay, so it takes about an hour, but Lex's little bell finally effects as a small raven appears about 5 feet away from him, looking at him.
Perfect.
And as Lex stands up, the raven basically takes flight and lands on his head and just sits there.
Is that Dahlia?
What was that?
Is that Dahlia? Is she back?
Actually, yes, she's back. I feel whole again.
Oh, good. I didn't realize you could get her back. I feel relieved.
That makes two of us.
So, for those of you with Roll20 up, and for those of you with Roll20 up, I have sent this over to the Discord channel. Unfortunately, I sent it over to the future game dates area rather than the general area. Yes, you are here. Right where that blast X is and the big old black blob. For those on Roll20, I've moved everyone's token out of the way. Which direction would y'all like to go in? And of course, you can naturally follow the X's, which is the road back down to Terra Nora.
Hmm.
The the zombie master that came to a dead end. Should we take all of this back to the village?
Did it actually come to a dead end, or did we just stall?
Well, all the tracks ended, I believe. I thought all the tracks ended.
Hmm. I don't recall.
Yeah, no, River Cat's right. Yeah, it did end. Just about here, and then we saw those lemur things, and then we were attacked. So, I mean, if there are any tracks, they're probably gone. They're probably not here anymore, dudes. I mean, he could have gone back down south. He could have gone around, gone north. I mean, we can try to search for anything else. I just don't know what exactly to look for at the moment.
In that case, Lex will, at the mention of searching, he will send Dahlia up to start a circle to see what she can see, and he'll just stand there and look through her eyes, see if he can spot anything.
Well, sending Dahlia Jr. up, she circles around and she sees the party below her. Carpet, cluster of trees where you fucked the dinosaur. A little bit more jungle. But within the range that she can fly, where you can still see, you see nothing of interest.
Do you see any kind of like smoke or anything in the distance?
Yes, actually, you do see some faraway smoke. I
So back where we came from?
No, actually, not. It is
Ah,
towards the west. It is towards the west.
ah.
And with the amount of smoke that she can see, it does not appear to be, you know, campfire or hut fire.
Okay, then Lex is just going to relay that he sees smoke to the west, even though he can't respond to anything anybody says, but he just says out what he could see.
Hmm.
So, the zombie master might be that way, but we do have this big cart to haul around. Do we want to continue that way then?
Well, I mean, it's Short Dude's card, I suppose. Short Dude? Do we want to leave it? Do we want to take it? I mean, we kind of know where it is, right?
I suppose we can.
Although, do we want to take the meat off the cart so that the bones and stuff is fine? I know that you wanted bones.
Well, if anybody wanted armor out of it, then yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, then let's take some of what I've already cooked and pitch the rest into the tar pit.
You just want to throw it in there and just... That I would think that you might want to do something big with it. I don't know.
No, the meat.
Oh, the meat in the dog. Okay.
Unless you want to come back and retrieve the bones and contend with this guy's big brother or something, and he kind of pats the skull.
I'd rather not contend with another one of those things.
Then yes, let's pitch the meat into the nice hot liquid tar, and we can be on our way.
Sounds like a good idea. After all, I don't want to have to. I don't want to hurt this old man's pride any more than it already is, and he's gonna kind of walk past Sheik and just give him a little bit of a elbow, and keep walking.
She's gonna ignore it. He's currently very deep in thought, so I don't think he actually registered that you bumped him or said anything to him.
Dahlia's gonna come back from her. Dahlia Jr. will come back from her loop and then fly into Lex's back as per usual.
So Dahlia Jr. comes back, but as she gets to the back, she says, "Nope," and goes and lands back on your head.
What? What the hell? Are we gonna fight about this?
She gives you a little cough back.
No, it's not the time. So Lex is gonna roll his bedroll up now and get his stuff packed away.
All right. So, well, Lex packs up his stuff, and the rest of you start checking meat into the carpet. Nothing happens. Where or which way would you all like to head?
Follow the smoke.
Well, got the smoke to the west. We've got that derelict ship to the northeast, so we have options.
The plan was already to go around the tar pits to the west, was it not?
I believe that was partially it, just to see what was over there. And then we kind of got chased the other way.
How far off to the west was the smoke there, DM?
You have no idea how far off to the west. It was a distance, just judging by where it was.
We can at very least continue to follow the tar pits to see where it takes us. And see if the smoke is further off.
Still, there is still the promise we made to the villagers about trying to find the zombie master, and it seems that maybe our best option is to the west. So my vote is we go that way.
The trail led into the tar pits of the zombie master, then perhaps it'll come out somewhere else.
Might make sense, but it's worth checking.
Let's get going.
Okay, so heading west, the terrain pretty much remains the same. small patches of jungle to the south, the tar pit further north, as you continue to walk. The road has completely ended now. As you continue your walk,
Does anyone with blades, be forward, chop down anything that gets in that's too tall in our path, I guess.
Yeah, Chance would head towards the front and help out with that, or with whoever's
much
working on
here to chop down. There's not much here to chop down.
Okay.
The tar is pretty much the tar in that area is pretty much keeping it out from y'all, or from anything growing in that area.
The vegetation. Okay.
Yeah. So you got a nice, 50-foot wide path here. But traveling for a good 3 hours, and you're still having tar pits to the north, and little patches of jungle to the south. As you enter into the next hex. Everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Don't.
Oh boy.
Ooh, not 20.
Ooh, a 4.
Nice.
Fuck.
14. 14.
18.
And I thought a 6 was bad.
DM, stop making the short,
Yes.
stuffy bastard do dexterity.
Saves aren't skill
And you
checks.
failed on the wisdom also.
You know what?
See, saves aren't skill checks, so
That is correct.
yeah. Hey, an 18.
Very nice.
Yeah, but Baylor is the kind of person that knows that you can shoot a neutron at an atom, but he doesn't have the wisdom to know that you shouldn't.
Oh, as you travel for about another hour, going into the next text, the ground begins to shake again. Everybody who scored under a 12, you are now prone. Everybody who scored higher than a 12, you're still up. You're trying to get your sea legs under you again.
I thought we were done with the shaking, rocking, and rolling.
If I rolled a nat 20, does that mean I'm still just casually strolling along?
Yeah, well, it means you got your sea legs under you, and while you're not casually strolling along, you can continue strolling along without stop.
Fully balanced.
Doesn't even notice the shake.
Is that an earthquake?
I
You might
really
notice the
hope
tree that
that
fell down.
I really hope this doesn't mean there's something big coming our way. And she kind of she'll look back over at the cart and the bones and everything, and just kind of a look of, just a look of, please don't let it be another one of those.
Lex, as the earthquake hits, did you pass or fail on your?
Yeah, I did 18. Same as our tech.
Well, as the earthquake hits, Dahlia Jr. finally flies into you. figuring it's probably safer inside you than on your head.
Okay. Now you want to go in there.
Anybody who's looking over towards the tar pit, you do realize it is bubbling a whole lot harder. The smell of sulfur is a whole lot stronger.
The meat pissed it off.
The sacrifice was not enough.
We gave it acid reflux.
We gave it rabies.
Yeah, the tar pit now has rabies.
I think we made it angry.
It's equivalent of foaming its mouth.
He needs a sacrifice.
Just tar tentacles out of the tar pit.
Don't
Uh-oh.
give the DM ideas.
Do not say shit like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Do not give the
No,
DM
no.
ideas.
I'll be all right.
Chance, did you fall prone or are you still up?
He's still up. He barely passed.
Okay. So River's gonna see that he's kind of wobbling because she actually got a 17, 18, like that. So she's gonna kind of get over to him and kind of try and steady them both.
When she steadies him, he'll kind of stable, or once he's able to stabilize himself, he'll kind of look at her and nod, and his glance is going to linger a little longer than normal.
So, as the rest of the party who did manage to fall on the ground is trying to extract themselves, from the south comes a mule deer just running pure in terror. Completely passes y'all and straight into that tar pit. And then you see the fighting of it trying to get back out as it slowly gets taken under.
Perhaps we should walk a little ways away from the tar pit more than closer.
Because that was not a good sign.
Definitely not. No.
Is the party still heading west?
Yes, as far as I know.
Question is, do we want to?
I'd say yes, but I'd also agree that we kind of move away from the tar pit, so we have as much distance as we can get from them, and still not be having to walk in the jungle.
But they've got fun and games.
Oh. Continuing west, just a little
I
bit
got that
further
reference.
south.
Thank you.
Considering on your westerly journey, just a little bit further south from the tar pits, you're still keeping the tar pits within eyesight?
Generally.
Okay. You travel for about another 3 hours as the sun slowly starts to sink. into the next text, which seems to be yet more tar pit. But the tar pit does end.
I think I see
And
an
as
end.
you get to the end of the tar pit, the sun finally sets. Let's see if I can move. And that right there, where Sonara's token is, for those of you on Roll20, is exactly where your party is. What would y'all like to do now that the sun is finally setting?
I don't think we should try to continue on in the dark. I think we should probably make camp here for the night.
That I agree. All right. So start gathering stuff up. And given that we're close to setting, everything may, let's not lose ourselves. Artak's going to again cast the light onto the glaive and then kind of dig the glaive into the ground as kind of like a central point. So, before the sun fully sets.
Okay.
So, we all gather our stuff. We all gather some, firewood or what have you, in case, if we don't already have it. Meet back here. Agreed?
I'm gonna try to start setting a fire,
Yep.
start a fire.
Once people are wanting to go to bed, I'll take first watch.
Cancel
is going
off on
out to-
first watch too.
Who is going out to gather firewood? And who's staying at the camp?
I'll go gather firewood.
Same here.
Elena, Artek.
I'm gonna
Lex
stay at
will
camp.
gather firewood.
Lex.
Stay at camp in second.
Alright. Chance, what were you doing and gonna do? Stay at the camp or go gather firewood?
He'll stay at camp and kind of get his bedroll kind of laid out, and then he'll kind of post up ready to take watch.
Okay. Hey, Lore, are you gonna gather firewood or are you gonna stay at camp?
I'm gonna stay at camp, probably fix up some bedding for everyone.
Alright. Cheek, what were you gonna do? You gonna stay at camp or go out and gather firewood?
Sheik's gonna do whatever Alea does.
Okay, so you're gonna go gather firewood with Elena. Very nice.
We come back, there's just a fucking cabin with AC and the rest of it.
Throws down sticks. Well, I guess we didn't need these.
Short dude works quick.
Nice.
As you are, Elena, gathering your firewood, you reach down to pick up a nice sized branch, very dry, and then notice a foot away from your hand is another one of those brown cobra-like snakes.
From who?
Yeah, who and
About
who?
a foot away from Sheik's hand.
Ah,
Do I notice?
Roll me a perception check.
yeah, but of us
Oh,
notice
boy.
if any of us are nearby, I suppose.
Yeah, Elena would probably be the only one close enough.
3.
No, you don't notice it.
It's blended in.
It blends in.
It's another stick.
It's a stick, yeah.
You're grabbing its tail.
Put it in my armload of sticks before realizing that it's a little bit more floppy than the rest. Snake's just really confused.
What would you like to do? Your hand's about a foot away from a brown cobra.
I was the cheek's just gonna like chew it off, essentially.
Roll me an animal handling check then.
And shit. Oh,
No, Baylor, I don't think that would work.
okay, I have a +4 to that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
19 total. It's a 19 total.
Okay, so it looks at you as you start chewing it off and just kind of slithers off away and disappears into the night. I was actually expecting somebody to attempt what we posted there.
Like we did the last time. Although a part of me, like the little, like DM slash, what would I do? In the back of my mind is tingling, going like, this is the Zombie Master's familiar. It's the second time we've seen it. Like it's just tingling in the back of my head.
There's nothing else to encounter out here. You all managed to get back with your armful of wood back to the camp. And who's taking first watch, second watch? I know Artek and Elena are taking third watch.
Mm-hmm.
First watch.
I'll do
First.
third.
There were
Or
many
first, I'm sorry.
voices, yet nothing was said.
Ixon's on second.
Ixon's on third also.
No, Ixon's on second.
Ixon's on second.
Here we go again.
First.
Who's on first? I don't know who's on second. Oh, wait, I don't know who's on third.
Yeah.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Yeah.
All right. Baylor, are you taking a shift?
Third.
Baylor, okay. Chance, what shift were you taking?
First.
Thank you. Lex.
Next, we'll take wherever we're short.
All right, right now that's second.
Okay.
Sheik will take
And
whichever
Sarah,
one Alea does.
Third is full.
You guys are really. That's all right. You know, they always say
Four
Third
is a
watch
crap.
third
Night.
shit, or the attacks come at first dawn, at first light.
That is the most dangerous part of the night.
And with that, we'll call it a night.
No.
No, whatever shall we do?
Yes, really.
I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Thought that's what D&D was.
Listen.
Not when the DM cuts us short.
Only by 15 minutes. Think about the number of times we've gone over.
15
We have
minutes.
to wait 2 weeks, and we have 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Every single episode has been 2 hours. We have 30 minutes.
Okay.
Escape from reality.
Yeah, it's true. We started
The
late.
answer, right? Reality bites.
Yes, reality does bite.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I've got to be up at 4 in the morning, so that's why we're cutting it short tonight.
I saw that one coming.
Mm.
You know
Not
what?
like it's my favorite sound or anything.
Can everybody do rickety?
No.
Sure, no.
No.
Rickety?
Rickety.
Rickety?
Rickety.
It should be in the soundboard. But
It
I
is.
heard two.
It's under the Direwolf Ranger Station.
Love it.
Use this sound right now. Use your favorite sounds across Discord and much more with Nitro. Learn more.
Yeah, all I have is the basic 6.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all I got.
But that's stupid.
I don't even know how to use the soundboard.
Anyway, did y'all have fun tonight, even though it was a shorter session?
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Cheek.
Nobody cares about your opinion, Sheik.
I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah,
Care
I
about his
enjoyed it.
opinion.
I enjoyed it.
Care about his opinion. All right, so
We went
with that,
into the west.
yes, you went into the west. With that, the map has been updated, and we will pick up in 2 weeks. I am getting out of here since I have to take someone to the airport in the morning.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm out of here too.
All right.
Okay, well, y'all take care.
Say night to the
All
camera.
right.
Or say night
Good
to the
night.
people
Yeah,
watching.
y'all have a good one.
Goodbye,
Good night.
future people
Good
watching.
night.
Good night.